baseball here on MLB Network. Today, the finale of this quick two-game series between the Philadelphia Phillies and the Detroit Tigers. It's interleague baseball next on MLB Network. Victor Alcantara is ready to go as he'll be on the mound for Detroit. Dan Plesac, what's the word on him?
One of the things that jumps out if you look at that stat sheet, a very high whip coming into this start. One of the things he's going to have to do a much better job, keep traffic off the bases, keep the walks down, try to limit the amount of hits. He's had a rough go of that so far this year. Let's see if he can turn it around in this one.
Time now for a glance at the Phillies batting order in this one. Dan Plesac, who are you focused on?
Well, keep an eye on El Torito, Odubel Herrera, as this game moves along. He was the catalyst for this ball club last month. He had an on-base percentage of over 400. And when you're doing that, you're really helping your team.
Stepping into the box, Cesar Hernandez. And you see the numbers there. He's been very dangerous at the plate, to say the least. First pitch coming. Here it is. Line drive, base hit.
You think there's any justice in the game? Watch those two at-bats. Both of them hit on the absolute screws. One's right at one guy, and then one's a single. Go figure.
Here's Bryce Harper now, and what a season he's having. Entering play, leading the league in 2 of the 3 Triple Crown categories.
Guy's having a monster year, leading in 2 of the 3 Triple Crown categories. Top 5 in RBIs. If he can improve on that, he has a legit shot to win the crown.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Here's a drive out toward left center field. And this will find the wall out near the visitors' bullpen. And now confusion here with 2 men on the same base. One's got to go, and they're going to get an out here. And that'll bring up the Sacramento product, Rhys Hoskins. He's come up in big spots like this more than once this year. Currently second in the NL in RBIs.
Well, that's what you hope for from your corner infielders. Typically, those are the big boys that you want to drive the ball all over the yard and bring the Ducks home.
So, fellas, these Tigers, as they begin play here today, 4-2 over their last 6 games, including a win last time out.
Yeah, Matty, they've been playing some quality baseball. The first 4 games of this homestand, they've taken 3 out of the first 4, looking to capitalize and continue to play good ball today.
You know, Dero, this is time to get greedy. When you win 3 of the first 4, boy, if you can win 4 of the first 5, that sets up a really nice stretch of baseball. They'd love to win this one here today and keep that roll going.
Keep battling, young man. 3 foul balls in a row. He is calibrating that heater and the off speed. Let's see if he can catch something on the barrel.
Ready on 0-2. Fly ball out to straightaway right. Castellanos waits on it, and that's the 3rd out. So they get a man to second here in the top half, but he's stranded there. The Tigers coming up. No score. Mike Morin will be on the bump for game 2 of the series. What do you have for us on him, Danny?
This guy really struggled last year. This season's going to be about a bounce back year. Real ugly ERA last year. He has a lot to prove to himself and to his teammates that he's a much better pitcher than he was last year.
Dan Dero, these Phillies, as they begin play here today, they enter this one off a loss after winning 5 of 7 prior to that. A moment now in Motown to check out the Tigers starting lineup. Mark DeRosa, tell us about this lineup in a daytime home contest.
Taking a look at this lineup, they're going to have to work the count. That's the key to success right here. They have to find a way to drive this guy's pitch count up and get into that bullpen as quick as possible.
Here's Jordy Mercer now. He went deep in the contest last night. Here's the first pitch to him. Tried to check it, and it's 0-1. Mercer, a former Pittsburgh Pirate, he was signed as a free agent in the middle of last season.
Yeah, I know he expected to get a longer-term deal, but these are the facts right now. He is on a one-year deal, and he is going to have to produce if he is going to get that multi-year he's been looking for come off-season.
Heading out toward shallow right. Harper on the run. He gets there, and that's the second out.
Batting third, the first baseman, Miguel Cabrera.
First baseman Miguel Cabrera stands in. One of the better hitters in the league this year, currently 7th in the American League in hitting. A called strike to the 35-year-old veteran. 0-1. Hard hit ball to second. Throw in time, and the side is retired. Down in order go the Tigers. We are still scoreless. Stepping into the box, JT Realmuto, and he enters play today, currently 5th in the National League batting race.
Pretty impressive for a catcher. It's rare that you see a catcher maintain a great average over the course of a full season.
First pitch of the at-bat towards second, and that's a base hit. So a little first pitch swinging there as he's on to kick off the inning. So a base hit here to start the inning, and he continues to pile them up as we take a look at our league leaders in hits so far. And as you see there, he sits in 4th place in that department in the National League. Up next will be Nick Williams. Comes off an 0 for 4 in last night's ball game. From the stretch, here's the pitch. Well struck down the right field line. And that is off the wall, but in foul territory. Foul ball. Drilled right back up the middle. And that's through into center. So the first 2 have reached here to start the second.
Batting 7.
So a struggle that time for him in center field, and as a result he'll be tagged with the E8 on the play. At the plate, Odubel Herrera. He enters play at number 6 in National League batting average.
There's no way you could have forecasted this kind of season from this guy. Not to take anything away from him, but I don't think many people in baseball.
In just a sec as this ball is driven into the outfield. This should score 1, maybe 2. And the second run will score as that makes it a 2-0 ball game.
Man, he was not messing around here. Sitting on the first pitch he saw and drove it to the outfield, bringing in both runners and putting himself into scoring position. It's great to see a guy that's aggressive at the plate when he's got a chance to do some damage.
Ready now, Maikel Franco. And as you check out his righty-lefty splits, no surprise that he hits better against southpaws than he does against right-handers. He's set, and the pitch. Hit in the air to center field. Matuk giving chase. He makes the catch, and the runner from second will tag and hit for third. And he'll make it up to third safely here with 1 away.
Time for a look at the Tigers on D. And guys, when I've been looking at the numbers on this starting pitcher, what really jumps out on me is the fact that he doesn't strike a ton of guys out, which means he's got to execute. He's got to use those 17 inches in, out, up, and down. He's going to have his defense behind him, and they better be on their toes because a lot of balls are going to be put in play in this one.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Line drive to left. A dive, but it's off his glove. He'll get it into second, but he'll be in there with a double.
Well, we've already had some hard hit balls in the first 2 innings here, and here's another one. Absolutely jumped off his bat and into the outfield, bringing another run home here in the early going.
Gene Segura standing in. And he'll promptly send it in the air out to center field. Mato is there now, and he has it. 2 gone. And no tag at second. He'll head back there with 2 away now.
Now batting, the second baseman, Cesar Hernandez.
Digging in for his second at-bat, Cesar Hernandez. 1 for 1 after a single his first time up.
Yeah, and they take another single right here. That third base coach is dying to wave his arms. I wouldn't be surprised if anything hit hard.
Well, the left fielder's on it, and that retires the side. So they pick up 3 runs on 4 hits, 1 error, and 1 man left on. We'll go to the bottom half of inning number 2. It's the Phillies 3 and the Nick Castellanos now. He's set to lead off the home half of the second.
Hey, we're still in the early stages in this one. They're only down by a couple of runs, but it's really key for this leadoff guy to try to get on and get a big inning started.
Love jumping out to an early 3-0 lead, but this game is far from over. A lot of innings left to be played. He's going to have to continue to execute out on that mound.
So let's take a peek at our umpiring crew in this one. Behind the plate is Clyde Washington.
You know, D-Row, he is the pitcher's best friend, Clyde Washington. Down in the strike zone, he'll definitely call that ball right at the knees.
If he's consistent with it, Dan, which Clyde always is, I'm okay with it. So here's how the Phillies are positioned defensively. Let's spot shadow Bryce Harper, and why wouldn't we? He's only one of the best players in the game. He puts it on the line every night in the field and at the plate.
Stepping up to the plate, Nico Goodrum. As we take a look there at the difference in his numbers between June and July. 0-1 the count. Hit back up the middle. Segura fields it cleanly, and the off-balance throw gets him. Nice play for the out.
Well executed two-seamer on the outside corner that time, and that's what you'll get a lot of with that pitch. He rolled right over it.
So stepping in, Kristen Stewart, and you see that average below the dreaded Mendoza line. In there, no balls and a strike. Swing and a miss here, and he's behind in the count now, 0-2.
In today's game, if you're not disciplined for striking out, why would you change your approach with 2 strikes right here? Expect this guy to try.
There's a swing and a drive, and everybody's just going to sit back and watch that one fly. A no-doubt home run.
He was totally dialed in for the first 2 hitters, seducing a couple of easy grounders. Then he catches way too much of the plate on the 3rd guy, and it winds up in the seats. Sometimes you can fall in the trap of not focusing all the way through the end of an inning when you're rolling out there on the mound. That might have happened here.
Mikey Mato is in with 2 away here as this one swung on and missed for the first strike. Now a good pitch around the knees, but it doesn't quite catch the bottom of the zone. And here's a ball hit in the air, and no one will track it down. The 1-2. Had to sit back on the changeup, and he did a good job to get the bat on that one. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Grounded back up the middle. Scooped up on the backhand. And the off-balance throw is right there for the 3rd out, and a high degree of difficulty on that one as the side is retired. Tigers able to claw one back on the strength of this solo shot. And now Bryce Harper.
One of the keys to securing a win is they want to keep the pressure on and try to build that lead as much as they can moving into the later innings.
Comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Hard hit towards center. Mato is there, and he has it for the first out. And with 1 gone now, time for a check of the standings in the American League Central entering today as you get a look at where the Tigers find themselves entering play. So one gone here in the Philadelphia third, and that'll bring in a perennial MVP candidate for years to come, Rhys Hoskins. Here's the first pitch to him. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Matuk coasts under it, and he brings it in for the second out of the inning.
Now batting, catcher, JT Realmuto.
So bases are empty here with two gone, and in steps the catcher, JT Realmuto. First delivery to him on the way. Line drive to center field. A dive, and oh, he can't hang on. So he's aboard with his second hit of the afternoon so far as we take a look at the league leaders in hitting. And as you see there on the graphic, his total good for fifth best in the National League. To the plate now is the designated hitter, Nick Williams. He singled his last time up. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. And the pitch takes off inside, and it gets away. And no advance. It's ball one. Now here's a shot out toward the gap in right center. And tack on one more, make it a 4-1 lead.
Now batting, the center fielder.
Man, this is just not what he had in mind when the skipper gave him the ball in this one. He's given up 8 hits, and we're not even out of the third inning. He's getting exposed a little bit here.
Here's the center fielder, Odubel Herrera. Runner in scoring position with two gone. Here comes the first pitch. Swinging a hard hit ball down the line in right, and a fair ball as this one gets to the wall. The throw into second, but he'll get in there with an RBI double.
And I can't blame the pitching coach for making that walk. That's 3 consecutive 2-out hits here, so he's going to remind this guy that they just need to make one good pitch and get this inning over with. Let's see if the talk does any good.
Digging in, Maikel Franco. So far 0 for 1 with a flyout. Here's the first pitch to him. Ground ball sent back up the middle. Mercer has it. Throw in the dirt, but a good scoop at first saves an error as the side is retired. So it's 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and a runner left on. We'll head now to the home half of inning number 3. Philadelphia is on top, 5-1.
Back now for the Tigers' third turn at bat. And unfortunately for them and their fans, this lineup hasn't really found its stride this season. Entering the day, they rank near the bottom of the league in batting average, on-base percentage, and slugging. So it's clear this is a work in progress. One player told me before the game, it's a difficult thing to go through. We're all competitive guys, and we believe in ourselves, but we're obviously not getting the results we need. Now, one coach told me that despite the numbers being what they are, he's seeing a lot of development happening. So he's optimistic about what the future holds, especially for some of their younger players. Back to you, Matt.
All right, Heidi, thank you. There to take it is Franco, and that's your first out.
Every pitcher loves to get quick outs, right? How about that? One pitch, one out, a pop-up to start the inning.
So one away here with the bases empty, and into bat next, it'll be Jeimer Candelario. And he lays off a pitch in there for the first strike. Swing and a line drive. And that's into the outfield for a 1-out base hit. And the ball is dropped.
Get the ball for this man. He needs to put that on the mantle. He's been struggling. The season hasn't gone according to plan, but he's staying pop committed and grinded out a nice knock.
Down the first baseline, but a foul ball here. 0-1. 0-1 count. Here it comes. On, he takes something off there and had him way out in front for strike 2. Now a swing and a fly ball, and no one will track it down. Line to the right side. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit. And he's safe.
Boy, so frustrating as a pitcher. You make a quality pitch on the inside half of the plate right there. Try to bust him in, D-Row, and he fights it off the other way.
Yeah, you tip your hat to the pitcher right there. He executed his pitch, but nice job by the offensive player fighting. It doesn't matter what it looks like. A knock's a knock.
0-for-1 here in the early going. 0-2 to Jordy Mercer.
With 2 strikes now and a runner at first, do you go for the strikeout, or you're still looking for the double play ball?
This is a great spot to be in as a pitcher. You have 2 strikes, you can bury one for a potential strikeout, and at worst, keep the ball down in the zone. You might be able to turn one pitch into an ending double play. Nice 2-seam fastball there. You don't usually see a lot of swings and misses with that pitch unless it's really moving. So that one must have had some real good late life.
Miguel Cabrera stands in as he checks his swing here for strike 1. Comes set, and the 0-1. This is line to left. McCutchen is there, and he puts this one away for the 3rd out. So a great job there of working out a potential trouble. Tigers strand a pair. They're down here 5-1. Now at the plate, Andrew McCutchen.
Leading off for Philadelphia.
Even though they're up by a boatload early on in this one, you can't get complacent and get lazy. They got to keep the gas pedal down because this team that they're playing can strike and score a lot of runs too.
Into center field, line drive base hit.
Well, Matt, as we take a look at his line here, he might not know all the specifics, but he knows he hasn't been pitching all that well in this one. Sometimes it happens. You start a game and never completely get into that rhythm. Seems to be the case here.
Here comes the first pitch. Line drive to left. But coming on quickly is the left fielder to make the play for the 1st out.
Now batting, the second baseman, Cesar Hernandez.
So coming to the plate, Cesar Hernandez. He's 1 for 2 in the ball game. First pitch on its way. Hit to first. And that gets through for a 1-out base hit.
Boy, that's one of the, I guess, the advantages of hitting with that hole between first and second base, D-Row. First baseman has to hold that runner on. That leaves that right side wide open.
Yeah, and credit the batter right there. Nice piece of hitting right there. Not trying to do too much. He took a look at the defense and saw where it was aligned and tried to beat him.
He's set. Here it comes. And it's belted high and deep into right center. And that is down for extra bases as this will get 1 home and maybe 2. And the second run will score to make this a 7-1 ball game.
You simply cannot offer up a pitch like this to a hitter of this guy's magnitude, especially with runners on the bags. He makes a living off frozen ropes to the outfield like this, and that one drives it in.
Blaine Hardy answers the call from the pen here in the 4th as they didn't get the outing they were hoping for from their starter. In now, Rhys Hoskins as he takes a called strike at the knees. It's 0-1. 0-1 count, and the pitch. Hard liner to center field. Munter is back, and he'll get there to make the play for out number 2.
Now batting, catcher, JT.
Stepping in, JT Realmuto. 2 base hits, both singles to this point. Here's the first pitch to him. Grounder down the line at third. But this is foul for the first strike. Harper on third with 2 out. Realmuto behind with an 0-2 count now. Here's the 0-2. Swinging a ball hit softly on the ground, but a foul ball, and the count holds at 0-2. The next 0-2. Checked his swing there. Did he go around? No, says the first base umpire. Ball 1. The 1-2. Line drive to center field. Matuk is going to have room out there as he puts this away to retire the side. So it's 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and a runner left on. To the bottom of inning number 4 we go. Phillies on top, 7-1. So now it'll be the 4-hole hitter, Nicholas Castellanos. He starts the inning, and Dan, they're down 6 in the early going. So what do they need to do to claw back into this thing?
Well, first of all, Matt, I think they need to start to get some base runners. It's hard to be patient when you're down by 6, but base runners are the key to getting back into this one.
First pitch of the at-bat. Lined hard and deep down the left field line. And that is a foul ball, just missing extra bases deep in the corner. And now a pitch on the way. Line towards center field. Pereira patrolling center makes the play, 1 out.
Boy, sometimes they say you hit it hard, good things will happen. Well, that's not the case right there. That was a bullet that just stayed up and is caught in the outfield.
Stepping in now, Nico Goodrum, as he'll take a look at ball 1. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. And it's fouled away. Line drive to left. He's around first, heading for 2. And that will hop over the wall now as he'll be awarded second base here. It's a ground rule double. And here's a fastball called for strike 1. And this catches the zone as well. It's 0-2 now.
In today's game of seeing so many guys strike out and not worry about it, I'd love to see a little 2-strike approach right here. Maybe shorten up a little bit and try and force feed something the other way.
Pereira will range to his left and put it away. 2 down.
The center fielder, number 8, Mikey Matuk.
Digging in to try it again, Mikey Matuk. He's 0 for 1 thus far. From the stretch. And a bit too high with that one. It's 1-0.
A great take on that slider away right there. But I'm thinking in that situation, that pitcher's got to execute a little bit better. That was almost a non-competitive pitch. Being outside, you could almost have let that one go right out of his hand.
Number 17.
This game is unbelievable sometimes, Dan. There's a bullet right there. You're expecting an RBI. He almost hit it too good. He can't even score.
Boy, too good is it, Mark. This is one right here. It just kind of gets out to the outfielder so quick that the runner not able to score from second base.
Comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. 0-1 count. Here's the pitch. Popped up, and he can't rein it in. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Grounded to short. Segura has it. Throw on to first, and the Tigers wind up with nothing as the inning is over. Tigers strand a pair. They're down 7-1. Welcome back. Heidi Watney standing by as we get set for the top of the 5th.
Matt, I had a chance to catch up with manager Gabe Kapler during the commercial break about the Phillies offense. And overall, he's really happy with the at-bats they're putting together. He said they're doing an excellent job with pitch selection, meaning they're swinging at the right pitches and doing damage with them. The numbers back that up. 5 extra base hits on the stat sheet, guys.
Williams.
Good stuff, Heidi. Thanks. Swing and a liner. Foul. Oh, 1. Here's the pitch. And he pulled up in time, but it's a called strike 2. And it looks like a right-hander's got enough to throw in the Tiger bullpen. The 0-2 home. On a swing and a miss, and that wasn't exactly the most convincing at-bat of the afternoon as he's gone on 3 pitches, 1 away.
Batting, the center fielder, Odubel Herrera.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Odubel Herrera. He's got a couple of doubles thus far, so we'll see if he can keep it up. First pitch on its way. Fly ball out to straightaway right. Castellanos has it in his tracks. 2 down.
Now
so with 7 runs allowed already, it's been another dismal outing from this pitching staff as you take a look there at the list of clubs with the highest team ERA. And as you can see there, they find themselves hovering just a few spaces above the bottom in the entire American League. Popped him up. And now Harrison will look this one in to retire the side. Phillies down in order. They're on top 7-1. Welcome back for the bottom of the 5th. Here's Heidi Watney.
Thanks, Matt. I talked with Tigers manager Ron Gardenhire during the break about the team's offensive performance so far. And one thing he mentioned is how well they're doing at simply putting the ball in play. He said he's really proud of the fact that they've only gone down on strikes once in the game, all while averaging over a base hit per inning. If that kind of combination continues, he thinks there's a lot more to look forward to.
All right, Heidi, thank you. A swing and a shot hit down the corner, but this one will bend foul.
Had plenty of distance though as it landed in the upper deck.
The 1-2. Now a swing and he pops him up. This is right out in front of the mound. Morin will do this himself, and that's the first out.
The batter, number 1, second baseman, Josh.
So it's back to the top of the order now, and the ever-versatile Josh Harrison digs in. Hit in the air to right field. Harper is back in plenty of time to put this away, however, and there are 2 gone.
Up next for the Tigers, the shortstop, Jordy Mercer.
Digging in, Jordy Mercer. He went down on strikes last time up. And a fastball's in there for strike 1. And it's 1-1. 2 out, nobody on. This is line to left. McCutchen is there, and he'll make the catch to retire the side. 3 up, 3 down for Detroit. They're down. Ready for another chance. Andrew McCutchen. He'll start things out now in the top half of the 6th.
Andrew McCutchen.
Here comes the first pitch. The 0-1 on its way. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. Now McCutchen belts one, carrying well to left field, and it's off the wall in front of the bullpen. And he is into second base with a double, his 3rd hit this afternoon.
Wow, when you're swinging the bat like he is, you want the game to go to extra so you can get some more ABs. That's his third hit of the game, and his swing just keeps getting better and better. Almost hit that one out of here, but he'll take a double anytime.
Into the box now, Gene Segura. Rolled slowly down the third baseline. To his right, Candelario. Throw pulls the first baseman off the bag, and both runners are going to be safe. And this will go down as an E5, as you can see the exasperation on his face. So following the error, it's now runners at first and second. And that'll give way to the veteran second baseman, Cesar Hernandez. From the stretch, here's the pitch. Swinging a liner toward the gap in left center. Stewart arranged to his left as he tracks this one down in left center for the first out.
The right fielder, number 3. Bryce.
Stepping up now, Bryce Harper. He's 2 for 3 and looking for more here. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. A bullet to first base.
The first baseman, number 17, Rhys Hoskins.
And now it'll be the cleanup spot for the Phillies. Rhys Hoskins 0 for 3 to this point.
Yeah, not his game so far. He's such a good hitter. We all kind of expect him to pick up 2 or 3 hits most of the time. That's not really how baseball works, though.
Throw on to first is in time, and the Phillies are turned away. They get nothing out of this situation as the inning is over. Phillies leave a couple. They're on top 7-1. Striding in once again, Miguel Cabrera. He'll try and do what he can to work toward cutting into this big deficit.
This one doesn't look good so far. Down by a boatload as we enter the middle innings. It's about time they get something going, and the last thing you want to do is fall behind where you have to score a bunch in the 8th and 9th inning.
Behind 0-2 now. 0-2, here it comes. Grounded foul off to the left, so they'll do it again. Another 0-2 home. And another foul ball. The next 0-2. Line drive base hit into the left center field gap. Around first, he's digging for second. And the Tigers are in business right away. It's a leadoff double.
I'll tell you, that's one of the first good swings we've seen anybody put on this guy so far. He's been throwing the ball really well, but that was one of the few mistakes we've seen him make.
And he gets ahead 0-1. Cabrera stands at second with no outs. Behind 0-2 now. Popped him up. Hoskins is there, and he's got it for the first out.
Now batting, the designated hitter, Nico Goodrum.
Striding forward now is the DH, Nico Goodrum. 1 for 2 with a double on his line thus far. First delivery to him on the way. Here's a swing and a ground ball. 1 run, 6 hits, and 2 errors for the Tigers to this point. Now a little pop-up off toward the third base side. Franco is under this one as he has it right in front of the dugout for the second out.
Now batting, number 14.
So digging in now, Kristen Stewart. It was a fly out for him in his last trip. There's a strike at the knees, 0-1. Line, but speared on a hop. And he is in there. At the plate, Mikey Matzo. And their runners at the corners now. 1 run, 6 hits, and 2 errors for the Tigers to this point. Big swing and a miss at the fastball, and he's behind in the count 0-2. Lifted in the air to straightaway center. And he'll get there in plenty of time to put this one away, and that ends the Back here now at Comerica Park in Detroit. It's on to the 7th inning now with the Phillies out in front, and it's a good time to check out our game summary through the first 6 innings so far.
The catcher.
Here comes the first pitch.
Real Muto.
Liner toward right center. That's in for a base hit. He's now 3 for 4.
Hey, Dero, not a bad night. 3 singles, but hey, you'll take 3 for 4 every day of the week.
Yeah, in today's day and age, Dan, where everything's a homer, a walk, or a strikeout, it's refreshing to see this guy throw out 3 base hits.
Swing, line, drive. That's going to be trouble. And this will bang up against the wall. They'll add on to their total as the run scores all the way from first. It's an 8-1 ball game.
Yeah, Matt, hard to stay focused on the game when the score is this far out of hand, especially when you're on the losing side of it. Even as broadcasters, it can be a little bit challenging to stay fully dialed in.
He's set, and the pitch. Oh, had him chopping at that one. It's 0-1. Action in the bullpen now as a right-hander begins to throw out there. And here's a swing and a miss as he falls behind 0-2. Grounded up the first baseline, but this will wind up foul. Still 0-2. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Swung on and missed. Really fooled him that time for the first out.
It's so hard to hit when you're behind the count 0-2, right? You have to protect for the fastball. You have to look for the soft stuff down and away. You're really at a disadvantage when you fall behind 0-2.
First offering on its way. Swing and a ball chopped foul down the left side. So far this year against Southpaws, Franco is hitting over 350 up in the high 300s.
His batting average right now certainly signifies that this guy is having a great year. I'm very interested to see how this guy finishes up.
Throw in time at first for out number 2.
The left fielder.
So 2 are gone now in the Philadelphia 7th, and that'll bring up the former National League MVP Andrew McCutchen. He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Line toward right center, and that's in there. Base hit. Tack on another here as the runner scores from second. It's a 9-1 ball game.
Sometimes it's hard to explain when a game is this lopsided. A lot of things just kind of snowball on you. One thing leads to another, a big hit, which leads to another, some bad defense, some shoddy pitching. Next thing you know, you look up and you're on the wrong side of a whole lot of badness.
McCutchen is off at first with 2 away. And a good idea to hold off on that swing. It's ball 1.
That's a great job at keeping your hands back. You could tell he was totally fooled. His hip started leaking a little bit, but he was able to stay strong enough with his hands not to overcommit.
On the ground to third. Fielded cleanly. Oh, but it's a wide throw to second, and they can't get the out. And lucky for them, the right fielder's there to back up the throw.
Man, this is a perfect summary of how the game has gone for him. They haven't been able to hit, catch, or throw all game long. In fact, they should just throw a 10 over this thing because this has become a 3-ring circus.
Buck Farmer enters now in a mop-up role as he'll try to keep the deficit right where it is. Fouled off. Two men are on with 2 men out. And a half swing here, but this is in there for a called strike 2. Line towards center field. That's in there. Base hit. McCutchen rounds the corner and is headed home. He scores as they extend their lead even further.
The right fielder, number 3, Bryce Harper.
Settling in now, Bryce Harper. 2 outs and 2 runners aboard here in the 7th inning. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Hit out towards second. Oh, and it eats him up a bit.
The first baseman, number 17, Rhys Hoskins.
Now to the plate, Rhys Hoskins. And he's got ducks on the pond, as they say, looking to add to his team's already sizable lead. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Maybe trying to back him up a bit there with the fastball. 3 runs already home here. Count even now at 1-1. Lofted in the air out toward right center. Calling for it, Castellanos. And that ends the inning. So all in all, they're fortunate to give up just 3. Digging in now, Grayson Greenier. He'll start things out here in the bottom of inning number 7. And that'll get down for a base hit. So he goes after the first pitch, and it's early trouble here this half of the inning.
Don't sleep on the bottom of the order right there. He broke out old ambush tactics. First pitch fastball middle in. He's able to drive that for a nice single.
Jeimer Candelario is in for the 3rd time now as he takes a called strike. It's 0-1. Herrera is right there, 1 down.
Up next for the Tigers, the second baseman,
Josh Harrison stands in. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. And that's in there for strike 1. Greenier, base runner at first with 1 out. There is Franco. Hernandez at second. On to first, it's a double play. As their woes continue, the inning is over. Around the horn they go. 5-4-3 to end the threat. Don't touch that remote. More on MLB Network right after this. Digging in once again, JT Realmuto. He reached on a single last time and later wound up scoring. First delivery to him on the way. Takes this the other way to right. Castellanos is there to put it away for out number 1. Well, the line score says it all. 10-1 as you check the tally inning by inning. Not the competitive game that 3 of us were hoping for when we signed on. There's a swing and a high deep drive headed for the right field corner. And that's going to wind up hooking just a bit foul. So a missed opportunity there. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Line toward the alley in left center. And that's another base hit for him. He's on a tear in this one.
Up next for Philadelphia.
Ready once again. Odubel Herrera. 2 doubles for him to this point in the game. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Bullet back up the middle. Matuk is back, and he'll get there to make the play for out number 2.
The third baseman, number 7.
Into the box now, Maikel Franco. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. Here comes the first pitch. A swing and a ground ball to third. Throw on to second for the force, and the side is retired. Phillies strand 1. They have digging in Jordy Mercer, and to start out the inning, it looks like they've decided to stick with the same reliever out there, Dan.
They have, Ben. I think the way he pitched the last inning kind of inspired that. But it's not uncommon for relief pitchers to have troubles after they sit and watch their guys swing the bat a bit. We'll see if he stays as sharp as he was before.
Here's the first pitch to him. Fastball taken, but that gets the zone for a strike.
Objective number 1 right here is finding a way to get on base. So I'm not surprised to see him taking on the first pitch there.
Fouled away.
Hey, he looked like he was a little bit out in front on that breaking ball right there. The body can go a little bit. If he was able to keep his hands back a little bit, he might have been able to do some damage with that pitch.
Tigers shortstop with a ball and 2 strikes.
fastball got him looking, as that had two-seam action on it. One gone.
Well, this pitching staff has done a pretty good job right there. That's the
Now back.
fourth time he struck
first
out,
baseman.
and we're only in the second game of this series.
Hit in the air out to straightaway left. After it is McCutchen. He's got it. A nice play there. 2 away.
The right fielder, number 9, Nick Castellanos.
Now at the plate, Nicholas Castellanos. The previous history with Tommy Hunter, he's just 1 for 6. 0-1 count, and the pitch. Hit in the air down the right field line. Harper on the run, and he makes the catch in the corner. Down in order. Digging in and looking for more, Andrew
Leading off for
McCutchen.
Philadelphia.
Already 4 hits
The
to
left
his
fielder,
credit in
number
this one,
22,
looking for a 5th in this
Andrew
at-bat. Cue shot here out towards short, and 1 gone.
The batter, number 2, shortstop, Gene Segura.
Now back to the top of the lineup. Stepping in, Gene Segura, attempting to, as they say, get off the schneid here. 0 for 5 so far. Oh, now here's a drive out to the alley. Segura turns and goes to second. And he'll reach second now with 1 away. And you see on the graphic right there that his hitting streak will indeed live on as he just continues to hit the ball well.
You know what, Matty? I don't see it ending anytime soon. We got to take a look at the upcoming matchups, but this guy is absolutely locked in the plate, and I don't think anybody gets him to lose his toehold right now.
And there are 2 away now.
The right fielder, number 3.
So
Right.
striding forward now, Bryce Harper. Although there are a couple of bases open, and we'll see if they think about working around him. He's set. Here it comes. There's a swing and a drive hit well out to right field. Castellanos is there, and he puts this one away for the. Digging in, the switch hitter, Nico Goodrum, starting
Leading
things
up
for his
for the
side
Tigers,
in the 9th as
the
they face
designated
the
hitter,
improbable
Nico
odds of trying to come back in this one.
Yeah, not a lot of hope for them at this point. But these guys know these bats still count, at least for their own stats. You can't mill in your chances as a
Now
professional.
batting,
Jumped all
number
over that
14.
first pitch of the inning, and he didn't miss it. Just wasn't able to steer it in a direction that resulted in a leadoff hit.
And he fouls this one off. Here's the 0-2. And that is swung on and missed, and things are starting to look bleak here for the home 9. There are 2 away now.
The center fielder, number 8.
In there at the letters 0-1.
This offense is going to have to find a way to get going. It's happened in the past. Every team goes through it where everyone seems to fall into a funk at the same time. Everyone needs to relax and not try and be the hero and just start getting the leadoff guy on.
Last breath for the Tigers. Now a swing and a ground ball. This should do it. And the throw pulls the first baseman off the bag, and he's safe at first.
Well, that's always the danger when you've got a lead that's this big. You know there's not a lot of doubt about the outcome of the game, so you lose focus a little bit in the field. And sometimes as a player, you try to trick yourself into playing like it's a close game so you stay sharp.
A ball and a strike now. Popped up. He brings it in, and the Phillies are going to get out of here with a split in this brief 2-game series as this ball game is over. 10-1, the final lopsided score in this ball game. Philadelphia took the lead in the